everybody, welcome back to the Evermore YouTube channel. It's Chris back with some breaking news, some huge news, if you believe the stories that we're reading from Craig Hope in the Daily Mail. It looks like it's all but been confirmed that Newcastle United are going to leave St James's Park after 133 years to a brand new stadium in Leazes Park. He's blasted it out there in his NUFC confidential column. Just going to try and unpack that in a massive week for Newcastle United to lead up to possibly winning our first trophy in 70 years in the Carabao Cup this Sunday against Liverpool. This is huge news for the football club. It's been something almost we've been expecting for a while. We've talked about it. People have done loads of videos about it. It's never really been confirmed yet, but this looks like it's all but ready to rock, ready to drop in terms of the news, the club coming out with official statements. If it's in Craig Hope's article already, for me, he's come out with that much confidence to say this is happening. Whether you like the lad or not, I've met him a couple of times, actually a really nice fella, to be fair, but whether you like the guy or not, he wouldn't come out and drop this as an official story if he didn't think it was about to happen. And I wouldn't be surprised if the club come out with an official statement maybe after the game at Wembley on Sunday. But the story goes is that obviously they had the meeting at Matfin Hall, discussed it. Darren Eales and Brad Miller, the chief operating officer, thought that a new stadium was the best way to do it. Now, capacity is going to be 65,000 if you believe in the stories that's in Craig's article here. So it's not quite the 70+ thousand that we thought it was going to be originally. I think that was recommended to start with, but Darren Eales was always cagey about a number. Remember, Darren Eales was the guy who basically created a brand new stadium, I think, for Atlanta over in MLS, which was 75,000 seater. So he's done this kind of a thing before, but it looks very much like, you know, Big Yas has signed off on this in terms of the chairman, and he's ready to go with it. So the next step of it now is that it goes in front of local authorities and everything else. It doesn't sound like there's going to be any kind of kickback from Downing Street, according to Craig's article here. But one of the best things about this, and I've actually been to the Spurs Stadium a couple of times. And I went there for work, actually, when I was in the old stadium, White Hart Lane, when they were building a new one. And I remember seeing the transition. Obviously, Spurs had the problem having to play at Wembley. Newcastle don't have that. We don't have a Wembley on our doorstep. But by the sound of it, we will be able to keep playing at St James's Park and have it at full capacity while the new stadium is getting ready now. But I wonder if YouTube Mark is going to pull up an image, probably what it's probably going to look like, because it sounds very much like the design is all being around the people who designed the Bayern Munich stadium with that bubble kind of exterior as well. But this is huge news for Newcastle. It gives 13,000 extra tickets on top of the St James's Park capacity. So they'll probably be filled up quite quickly. But this is what the club feel we have to do to get to the next level in terms of the corporate, you know, sponsorship deals and more ticket sales and the revenue in the PSR world and everything else as well. So whether you agree or disagree with it, I think this was always going to be inevitable in the journey that Newcastle were on. You saw what happened with Manchester City, you know, moving out of Main Road into the Etihad. You know, Arsenal have done it from Highbury to the Emirates, Spurs, White Hart Lane to their new stadium. You know, Manchester United and their circus tent that they're talking about. So it's almost inevitable when a club wants to, you know, increase the revenue, that this is what happens down the chain. But it's going to be very emotional for a lot of people. But again, just going back to the kind of design of the stadium, there's that bubble wrap exterior. And it's going to have a parkland style approach, which would be Newcastle's equivalent to Wembley Way. So walking down to the Leazes Park, brand new Leazes Park Stadium, I'm sure there'll be loads of businesses there. I was talking to somebody about this very thing the other day, actually, you know, in terms of the possibility for businesses, for bars, for restaurants, you know, microbrewery pubs, all this kind of stuff, you know, bring new business, bring new, you know, life to Newcastle in that regard as well. You know, hopefully it won't hit the businesses hard that are outside St James's Park. You know, I've been at some belter bars out there, you know, like the Loco and stuff like that. It's always rammed on a match day. Hopefully won't hit them hard with a stadium moving there. That may be a threat to those businesses. They might be a little bit concerned, but maybe the club can help, you know, align their fears or something like that. I don't know. But the club will want to control that revenue stream as well. So I suppose there might be some kickback and bit disappointment from local businesses there, you know, and that's going to be inevitable. But the London architects, KSS and Tyneside base, right, I think it provided some of the drawings for the stadium. And again, the most notable one is obviously the Bayern Munich kind of Allianz Arena type setup as well, which is absolutely amazing, to be fair, when you see that stadium. I remember looking at the Champions League thinking, wow, that is unbelievable. So why have they done this rather than redeveloping St James's Park? We all know, you know, the Cathedral on the Hill. It's beautiful. It's an amazing stadium. I love it. I love the atmosphere. I love the history. I love the heritage. I love everything about it. But it's limited in terms of what you can do to increase the capacity. When they looked at the plans, the alternative option would have been to redevelop St James's Park and only take the capacity up to 60,300, according to Craig's article here as well. And that's why a new stadium was probably going to be best. But this is a really, really emotive subject for Newcastle United and its supporters as well. Let me know in the comments below what you think about moving from St James's Park. Last time we did a video about this, it was kind of split a little bit. A lot of people were disappointed because St James's Park is part of the club's DNA. It's it's something that's is so pure and so historical and has so much emotion attached to it for Newcastle United fans, all through the stages of how young and old you are. A lot of people have memories of going to games with people who are no longer with us, sadly, and all that. And it's very, very emotive, this stadium. It means a lot to people. The fact that it's right in the city centre as well. No matter where you are in Newcastle, you can kind of look up and you can see the top of the stands and stuff like that, and you just have a little smile on your face as a Newcastle fan. Probably not if you're a Sunderland fan, mind you, but that's the kind of thing that people will miss. But Leazes Park, it could be really, really exciting. It could be special. It could be spectacular. And I just think it was almost inevitable. It really, really was. But one thing I think this does show people, and I've raised concerns about this as well, is that the PIF look like they're here for the long haul. If they're going to invest in a brand new stadium, let's be honest, it'll take 5-6 years to build. It's not going to be an overnight job. It's going to take a long time. If they're here looking to drop ground and get a new stadium like that, and then they are here for the long haul. My concern always with the PIF was with the plan of the Premier League, and it is a plan. Let's not kid ourselves on the plan to stifle the PIF's plan to turn Newcastle into a title-winning team like Manchester City were transformed, by Abu Dhabi. Then that is not being able to happen in the Premier League because of all the bullshit rules and regulations. They even specifically put some things in place when the takeover happened, which was the most telltale sign that they were trying to curtail Newcastle becoming this huge, big behemoth. I remember when we first got bought, pictures of the big fucking whale, wasn't it? Like that was City, and the huge big whale behind was Newcastle. Everybody was shitting themselves. The greedy sick had a little private meeting, probably in a gentleman's club with cigars and cognac, and said, "What the fuck are we going to do about this problem that is now the Saudi Arabian PIF owning Newcastle United?" So they've done everything they can to stop Newcastle getting there as quick as they can do, but they won't be able to stop this new stadium, and they won't be able to stop the additional revenue that it brings to the football club. And a lot of these players that we've got right here, right now, might not even play in that new stadium. It's going to be 5 years away. Some of them hopefully will. The younger players who likes of Botman, the likes of Gordon, the likes of Isaac, fingers crossed, Louis Miley, those kind of players. Hopefully they will be playing that brand new stadium in Newcastle United as well. But a lot of these players in the squad right now probably won't do. That's something that Craig said numerous times on his videos that I watch, and I do enjoy when Craig talks about Newcastle United. But this is incredible news right in the lead up to the Carabao Cup final. We're going to do a preview about that. Honestly, I've gone from being nervous to excited, and I can't even keep my emotions in check, but I will be coming on to do a preview about that soon, and we will be straight on after the post-match as well, after Sunday, hopefully, happy and not deflated after an unbelievable game on the weekend against Liverpool in the cup final. But let us know what you guys think about this breaking news about the new stadium. Are you excited about it? Are you happy about it? Are you concerned? Are you disappointed? Want to hear all your emotions? It's a safe place in our comments. You can have a difference of opinion. It's absolutely cool. You don't have to agree with me. I don't have to agree with you. We keep it above the belt. We keep it civil because we're both football fans, probably of this brilliant team that we call United, Newcastle United. It looks like we're about to have a new home. Thanks for watching, everybody. See you later. Like and subscribe. Keep it evermore. Have a belter.